You just
So,
finished week 2.
yeah.
That
So
minute.
I, went through all the exercises. I remembered a time that I got through something difficult. Um, I started my apocalypse, and I still have to post some on Facebook, but I haven't yet. But I just started that. Um, and my top 5 qualities. And I was wondering about the creativity part. Are we, should I just pick one of those 5 ways and try to focus on that and see what comes up over,
For unleashing
or am I,
creativity.
huh?
For
Sorry.
unleashing your creativity, the 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, was there something else specific I was supposed to do with that, or just kind of notice it as, like, I wasn't sure. Am I supposed to fill that out
Yeah,
on ways that I can do those things that,
correct. So
and that's your example? Okay.
yeah, so and I didn't put example for this one because I wanted you girls to be able to see it. I noticed that whenever I put example, sometimes you girls can't read the wording, so I've told. So I'm putting it like down here in the future. You'll notice that in the next week or whatever.
Cool.
But what for this one, it was you going in here and being like, well, how can I remember to have faith in my creativity? Right? How can I remember
Okay.
to have no expectations? How can I live this day? Like, what does that mean for you? Right?
Got it.
I gave you examples down here, like for live this day, it's meditation, mindfulness, gratitude. Maybe you have something different or a specific meditation that'll help you. So just writing it down for you. And this is for those moments because the breakdown week is next. Are you in breakdown yet?
Um, I
Like,
might have gone through that already once.
really? It happens. Yep. Okay. So whenever you are in breakdown, what I like to do is I like to come back to week 2 for inspiration and creativity, or even incubation. Both of them will help me out to get over the breakdown, right? So you can either go back a step and get into your creativity, get into your femininity, and like really engage it, or you could, take a break, breathe, do some self-love, and take a second look at it. Does it make sense? But a lot of
Yeah.
people, when they're going through this, kind of need a piece of paper to tell them what to do. And that's why I have this, so they can either do this or hopefully they did it right one themselves. What lets your inner
Okay.
child out? For me, she loves playing video games. She loves reading fiction books. She loves playing Sims in general, like, and she loves Legos and painting. Right. So like little
I
things.
get it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I like to color.
You like to color? Yes. Get a little coloring book. I have like 5 of them, right?
I have a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
I have
cabinet.
I have a baby sister. She's now 6. It's so sad to know that. She's now 6. And whenever she comes over, she's like, let's color, let's color. And I have like a My Little Pony coloring book. So when she comes over, like she gets a page, I get a page, and we just color next to each other. And she's like, no, I want that color. And I'll be like, I want that color. And I'll pretend I'm 6 again. Yeah. That's always fun to me. And I always get aha moments whenever I do that too. So I think that's interesting. So
Yeah.
I want to know more information about your apocalypse.
Okay. So I spent a whole like 5 minutes on it already. Um, well, the first thing I would do is I would color my hair. I've had different colored hair, but I want like really cool colored hair, but be able to keep it that color, not just get it once and wait for it to fade out.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
And I've always wanted to, well, in the last few years, wanted to get my yoga teacher training
Mm-hmm.
and go to yoga retreats and any kind of retreat anywhere else. Just sounds like fun. I want to go on some cruises. I have some cruises in mind that I want to take. And I would love to do service trips,
Mm-hmm.
and go to different places in the world and do something to help there. I would like to RV around the country with my husband for a year.
Yep, that's a goal of mine.
I realize we're kind of thinking 6 weeks, but I'm thinking like bigger.
No, yeah. Continue, definitely.
Write books and work with my husband every day, whatever we do kind of as a business, whatever evolves together.
Be nice.
That's all I have so far.
That's perfect. So
I know I have a million.
No, are you kidding me? If I showed you I have a book that has over 300 apocalypse, okay? And literally my boyfriend and I, we get together and every weekend we like open it and we start looking for one that we can do that weekend, hopefully, right? Or sometimes we'll have.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Maybe.
I want to do that with my husband, yeah.
Yeah, so we have a book. Some people that I know do like that I've told them to, and they're like, oh my God, I love the idea. They'll have like a mason jar, or they'll have like a little shoebox of ideas, right? And they'll just like shove an idea in there every once in a while, and they'll just like, this one's the one we're doing this weekend, you know? So it's pretty cool. And I've seen a lot of differences in relationships as well as like self-love, like people having a little self-love mason jar, like all these cute little things. I think it works out, right? So can you pick one of the ones that you just did? Can you pick one to either do in the next 6 weeks or to plan out in the next 6 weeks? Like, I'll give you an example. For one of the cruises or the yoga retreat or even the yoga teaching, can you like look up the yoga teaching and start saving up some money for that? Or can you pick a cruise and pay for it and it's like a few months in advance or whatever? Like, can you do one of those? Or maybe it's coloring your hair and then in the next video I'll see you with like blue or purple hair or something. That'd be awesome.
I'm like, is the goal to do it in the next 6 weeks?
The goal is to do at least one thing that's gonna like really inspire you, right? So I'll give you an example of one of the things that I did, right? So for me, I wanted to go to New York with my niece for her 15th birthday, which is November. That's not in 6 weeks. But what I did do is I committed to it. I told her, we looked for a hotel, we looked for an airplane, right? And now I know that like I decided to create a few goals that were gonna happen before that. And as long as I do it, I still get to go, right? So it's kind of like a motivation to myself, and I also remind myself like it's already paid for, I gotta do it. And it's not to stress you out, it's to motivate you, right? So you could do that. Or some people will be like, I deserve a cruise no matter what happens, right? And they'll just pay for a cruise trip and call it a day. Like, it's because I deserve it, not because I did something already, or not because I have to do something. People, if you look at research, I don't know the numbers, it's not here right now, but I can Google it for you and let you know later if you want, Jenny. It's researchly proven that when someone is like in life and their normal day, stressful life or whatever, and they have a trip that's coming up, something that they're looking forward to, every day until that trip, especially the closer that trip gets, their life is just 10 times better, right?
Yeah.
More abundant, and they have a place to daydream. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to get on in that jacuzzi. Like, I can't, like something to look forward to. So that's what I was hoping for during the apocalypse, is that you girls continuously have something to look forward to, and you don't have the if-thens, right? Like, oh, if this happens, then I'll do blank and blank. Like, just do it. Just do it.
Well, I thought of one that I didn't have on the list, but that I've been wanting, and that is to take a vacation this fall with my husband.
Okay.
Just even a long weekend. Well, a week vacation with my husband in the fall.
Okay. So what, I don't, fall for you is what day? Give me like.
Sorry. I forget.
I don't know where you are in the world.
I'm in Minnesota, so fall is a big deal here.
Okay, cool.
September-ish.
Okay, so in September,
October, yeah, September.
My next call, or if you want to put it in the Facebook group, can you end up creating where you want to go, what maybe like the airplane or the hotel will look like, what do you plan on doing during that week, or if you just plan on doing nothing that week, that's good too, right? But kind of like deciding on it so that you can daydream about it. And no matter how much it is, you can start saving up for it. And like now you have something to look forward to, and that's going to give you creativity. It's going to inspire you, Yeah. And it's like a done for deal. Does it make sense?
Yeah, that makes me excited.
Yay! Okay, cool. I can't wait. Okay. So we got that one. And then did you remember a time that you had already done the idea method without realizing that you did the idea method?
Well, one of the biggest things I could think of happened when I was really young, but when you put it that way, I don't know how to answer it, but I do remember that I wanted to do something. It was all a great idea until I brought it up to my mom. And it was, just shut down immediately. And I just had to get through it with, what's more important, what my family wants me to do with my life or what I want to do with my life. And I just had to power through and just decide that, well, I just have to grieve this loss with them right now and just do what I need to do for me. And I still don't regret it, but at the time it was a big deal in my family. It was a huge deal.
Wow. So. I wonder what kind of person you would have been if you would have been like, okay, I'll follow my family.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I would be like them.
Yeah. I don't even want to ask. I was going to ask you, like, what are they like? But let's keep that one out. Yeah. So, but I get that. So you had an idea. It's okay if you didn't mention it, but you had a really good idea. And then you told your mom and you had a breakdown and you're like, oh my God, should I do it? Should I not do it? What did you do to get through it?
Oh, I just had to really think about what in my heart and my soul that I know I need. And it doesn't, regardless of what everyone else that is important to me. I mean, I cared what they thought. They're everything to me at the time. And I had to let go of what I'd always known, which was do what my family says, and then be like, okay, and I'm on my own with the consequences, and just kind of be ready to face the consequences of how they felt and what challenges I was going to have to face, probably by myself, because they weren't going to support me in this. And I don't know what I actually just had to dig down in my soul and say, I can't not do this. So maybe it's the idea of what I really want and not what other people want.
Yeah. I think, I know you're not in week 3 yet, but in week 3, day 2, it says the 2 voices in our heads, and just like a small sneak peek, it talks about like a voice that brings you down and the voice that brings you up. And what it sounds like is the voice that was bringing you up really spoke up for you, right? And I know you did the future self meditation. Another voice that I call like the voice that takes you up is your future self, which is why I have you do the future self meditation, because then you get to meet her. Do you remember what nickname she gave you, or she gave herself?
Her name is Rose.
Rose. Okay, perfect. So now it's kind of like Rose spoke up for you at that time period, even at a young age. She was like, hold on, wait a minute, like this needs to happen whether your family likes it or not, right?
I feel that.
Yeah. I got chills right now. It's so cool. And then what was your breakthrough moment, and did you celebrate? A lot of people don't, by the way, before they know the idea method, and they're like, oh, I just moved on to the next idea. So that's okay too. But as long as you're aware of, what process you did in the past and how we could make it better, or maybe keep that idea, like whatever worked in the past to get over that breakdown is probably going to work again.
Well, I guess that's where I don't know how I said, I finally realized that others have their idea what I should do, and that's their problem. I need to do what's right for me, even if it isn't what someone else wants, even if it causes them pain.
Correct.
And
did you go through with the idea?
Yes.
Okay. So what was that breakthrough moment like for you?
Well, I felt freedom. I felt freedom, and I felt like a grown-up, and I felt scared and sad.
Some great mix. Yeah. So something that I don't mention here. Hold on. There you go. Something that I don't mention here. By the way, hi Marlu. Hi Pamela. Nice to see you girls. I'm almost done with Jenny, and then we'll move on to you girls. Right now we're talking about week 2, and we're getting involved with like week 2, day 1. We did a little bit of week 2, day 2, and we're gonna go on to week 2, day 3, so you get like a small breakdown. So your breakthrough, you felt fear, but you also felt like this happiness and freedom side, right? Now, here's what I call that. There's fear, right? But there's actually 2 types of fears, and a lot of people only know about one. There's fear with doubt, and there's fear with excitement, right? What it sounds like you had was fear with excitement, which means, hell yes, keep moving forward, right? Fear with doubt means, hold on, check for objections, check, meditate, whatever you need to do to triple check this is the way you want to go until you feel the fear with excitement. Does it make sense? And if you don't, then don't do it, period. Does it make sense? So it sounds like we're on the perfect track with your fear with excitement. So again, fear with excitement, the freedom but sad moment, that means yes, keep going. You're on the right path, and you're out of your comfort zone, and that's okay. That's what fear is. Fear is you have this little bubble, and fear is when you're like, hey, I'm gonna like pop out of here, and your fear is like, no, stay where you are. You're safe, right? Stay in the little cave. Don't leave. So it's a good thing. Fear is a good thing when it's fear with excitement. Make sense?
Yep. Yeah.
Perfect. And then when you were young and you had that old idea, did you end up celebrating at all? Were you like, yeah?
No, I don't think I really did. I don't remember celebrating. I didn't. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, no.
Okay. Can you think of another idea that you did celebrate, or is like all of them you just never did that and now's your chance?
When I got divorced, I had a party.
Perfect. That's a great idea. That's perfect. Yep. Perfect. I'm happy. All right, cool. So that's a celebration. So hopefully we can do another one. And that was the end of that one. And then you said that you did the Finding Your Purpose worksheet, right?
Yes.
What was your final 5 qualities? And did you have any questions on how to do this? Or did you
No, it was, you laid it out really well.
Cool. Yay.
Step by step, just like I like it.
Yay. Okay, perfect.
Okay, so my top 5 are freedom. I did combine some, but then I went back and underlined the most prominent one for me. So I'm just going to say the 5: freedom, connection, harmony, passion, and patience.
Freedom, connection, harmony, passion, and patience.
Yep.
This is one of your qualities. Jenny, I need to hang out with you so often. I need that one a lot. Okay, perfect. And then how did you end up deciding that you were going to sprinkle these qualities in your life consistently and throughout this idea that you have, right? So patience is one for any idea, right?
I'm not very patient though, but that's something that showed up in so many of the things that I either loved or hated, right?
So, interesting.
I guess I'm not very, so how I did it was, I counted them, and that one came up a lot. And I do feel like it's really important that I learn it.
The patience.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, how can you sprinkle it into your life?
Oh my God. I have a million opportunities every day to practice patience. Just driving, talking to my husband.
Yeah.
I think it's something I've been working on for a while, and I just have to learn to just stop taking things so seriously and just relax, and I ask myself questions like, am I really in a hurry right now? Or does it really matter? Or, how do you look right now? Are you like the crabby one that everyone kind of snickers about and, at the store? Or are you just like the one who's like, look at her, she's so peaceful. So, I kind of pointed out to myself.
Okay. Well, can you do me a favor, Jenny? Can you give me a patience mantra that you can remind yourself of so that you can keep that patience throughout your ideas? Because I think that one's, I'm focusing on it because I know it's what I got to work on. And you said you have to work on it. So I'd love a mantra, especially for anybody else that needs more patience in their life. And by the way, hi, Donna. So maybe it could be something as simple as breathe. And
breathe is probably the best thing I can do at that moment. And I do tell myself that, like, just breathe. Yeah.
Okay. So let's keep that.
That's my mantra.
Breathe or just breathe? You guys have to decide.
Just breathe.
I like that. Have you heard of what's this song called? Breathe 2 a.m. or something like that?
No.
I think it's called Breathe. I think there's a song called Breathe. Hi, yes, patience, breathing helps. Yay, Donna. Glad to see you here, Donna. All right, perfect. And then can you give me one hate to do that's like your worst hate to do?
Arguing.
Okay, so you hate to argue. Would patience help you when you're arguing?
Yes. Yes. And also, when it comes to someone that I'm arguing with, who's usually someone I care about, I can just say, I love you and I don't want to argue with you. Let's solve this together. And I kind of got that inspired by your comments about, what you and your husband do. And you just have to remember, like, why sometimes I feel like we're on opposite sides and we're not.
Yeah.
So that's all on me.
I do a lot of, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the video because I just love it so much. Tony Robbins, he says to his wife all the time, just stay in the car. Just stay in the car. That means don't leave. Don't try to run away. Stay here with me. And remember that we are on the same team and that the problem is I'm not the problem. There's a specific problem that we both are focusing on and trying to look at versus like it's me or you. Does it make sense? You and I are.
Yeah.
So Jenny, if let's say we're having an argument, right? And I'm like going off on you. If I start being like, Jenny, you're stupid or what, that's not going to work, right? That's not going to help a relationship. That's not going to bring harmony. And I know that's another one of yours, right? It's not going to bring freedom. It's not going to feel free, right? So how can you stay free? How can you still keep the harmony, still have patience, right? And be able to look at the problem over there. So here's something that I've done recently and it's helped a lot is we'll write down the problem and I'll post it up on a wall or something and we'll just look at the problem together. You get me? So instead of looking into each other's eyes and arguing about it, I'll be like, okay, this is the problem. What do we do about it? Does it make sense? And that helps.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, and you'll do something similar in week 3, day 2, and I'm going back to this because it's one of my favorite. Like, it's something that when I learned, it hit me like crazy, the 2 voices in our heads. We have that voice that I told you that we bring them down, and it's automatic for us. Like, we'll tell ourselves, and we are definitely our worst critics, right? I'll be like, Jasmine, you're so ugly. You're not good enough. What are you doing? Having 4 people on a call, like, blah, 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 right? Whatever it is. And I have to remind myself that this voice that brings me down isn't me. And I draw pictures of it and I put it on my wall. And when it's speaking, I'll look at it and be like, you're not in here. You're over there. That's fine.
Oh, I like that.
You're over there. Yeah. And when you get there, I'm pretty sure you'll love that one. And I think I'm mentioning it because I think it will give you a breakthrough as well. But I'm with you on that. All right.
Cool.
Any other questions for me, Jenny, before I move on to somebody else?
No, thank you. I feel good. It's good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So Donna, I know that you normally don't like to speak when other people are around or anything like that. Or I don't know if you're busy, so let me know, or we can keep the little chat. I love that you're like, I like that, puts the problem in neutral space. Let me know. Pamela, you showed up next. Pamela, do you want to pop up really quickly, or if you want to stay silent? Marlou, if you want to pop up. Anyone that puts their video on first wins. No one. Okay. Another thing that we could do is you can put it in the chat box if you're busy, and you can just put what week you're in. And if you want to go through it with me, I will happily go through it with you. If anything, I'll probably end up doing like a small intro to week 3 because I know that's where Ginny is. And we just went through a little bit of week 2. Marlou, you popped up on video. Do you want to say anything? Are you anywhere? No? You're good. Okay, I love you too. Okay, cool. So for week 3, and I'm going to mention breakdown because I love talking about it because everyone goes through it, right? Pamela, do you want to pop up, honey? I see that you put your video on.
I can, but give me 5 minutes. I'm taking my dad back to his room, and I can come back in 5 minutes.
Do your thing. Okay. So here's the cool part about week 3. And there's another chat box, which hopefully that's Donna. I did future self, want to do it again, still working on homework from last week from our call. Okay, cool, Donna, don't worry about it. Donna, I had told you to make a Facebook group. When you do that, let me know so that we can share it in the group, and if anyone else wants to join, they can, and we can check it out. I'll give you some extra information, and I can't wait to see what your future self is like, for sure. I keep closing the chat and it keeps happening. We'll do. Okay, love you, Donna. Yay. Okay, so for week 3, I love talking about this one. And it's about decluttering. And a lot of people I notice tend to I don't know if you girls are skipping this or if you girls are kind of just doing something else or whatever, or just this is too much for you. It cracks me up though, because this is one of the biggest ones that helped me out a lot. So we have so much clutter in our life And I'm used to this because of like, if you've seen if you can imagine a hoarding house, that was what I grew up in. And this is huge for me. So I lived in a household for a very long time. Oh my God, yes, going through a huge purge. Yes, girl, yes. Okay. So my grandma's house is literally like a hoarder house to the point that there's things like you can't walk. You can't walk in that household. You literally have to like trample over things or like it feels like a maze and it's ridiculous. So what I grew up with is I grew up with that clutter, and when I learned about decluttering, I was able to and I was able to open up my world to decluttering. I ended up being able to have less distractions. I felt a lot better. I noticed that the clutter was bringing me a lot of depression and sadness without knowing that that was the reason, right? I was thinking maybe it's my food, maybe it's my hormones, maybe I'm just having too much stress in my life, but it was just the clutter from what I noticed, right? So that may be something that may be going on with you, or it could be something, yes, or it could be something as simple as, you know, like you just want if you clean out your desk before working on your desk, before that hour of idea hour that we talked about, or that you will talk about, and I think it was week 5 that I mentioned that, having a creative hour or an idea hour, then you want to clean out before that hour so that you feel good to go. If you're having problems doing Aligned Action Academy, or if something's happening and you're like always in a move, decluttering is a great way, like at least once a week, to feel good about it. And I'm talking about decluttering your space right now, right? So decluttering your space, I put things as simple as like making your bed in the morning. There's a whole book on why it's important to make your bed in the morning. That's like that first check off. And I used to not make my bed every morning. I literally like would skip that step, and I was stressed out throughout the day. So now what I've noticed whenever I do make my bed, it's that first check mark, and it makes me feel pretty good, right? And that may not be similar to you. Huge burden in every way, even mentally and creativity. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. So clearing out your closet and drawers. When I did this PDF and I made this video, I should have taken a before and after picture of my room, my car, my closet, and everything. My closet used to look, it's actually like open right now. It used to have everything filled to the point that things were like stacked on top of each other, and I hadn't touched it for years. So I kind of started watching The Magic of Tidying Up on Netflix, which is like, I forgot the girl's name, but it's like that book from The Magic of Tidying Up. There's a TV show. You watch it, you're gonna get inspired to clean. And she gives you a good instruction on how to do it. Like, it's all about whatever sparks you joy, you keep, and whatever doesn't, you throw away. And it's also like whatever you haven't used in a year, right? There's so many things I haven't used in a year, especially clothes-wise, it's like hidden in the back. And when I took it out, I literally went from having like my entire closet full of clothes to it being like 1/5 of it now. And now I can go shopping again because I made money by selling my clothes and so on and so forth. So if you want to help make money on some stuff, decluttering is a great way to do it too. You can literally sell your stuff on OfferUp, Letgo. ThreadUp is really good for clothes. And I did Book Scout for a bunch of I had 500 books or something, and I have like 200 now. Still a lot. I know, I'm aware. But I ended up getting rid of over half of it. Okay, and my boyfriend's very proud of me, so I'm happy. Decluttering your heart. One thing that I learned a lot about it is integrity is huge for me. It's like one of my number one qualities now. When I did like the finding your purpose thing, like that's always something that pops up to me, because when you can keep your own integrity, then you're good. As long as you trust yourself. And I've mentioned this before, self-worth is 3 things. It's self-love, self-respect, and self-trust. Integrity allows you to have that self-respect and self-trust. You're going to trust yourself to keep your word to yourself and to others. And you're going to have respect for yourself for continuously being able to keep up your integrity. So notice that that's going to help your self-worth in general just by decluttering your heart, right? So getting rid of any broken promises or anything like that is really important. And then decluttering your mind, we've talked about the importance of journaling and meditating. If that's too much for you, I know I had a whole talk with Jenny about how she wanted to do that like every day and she wasn't doing it. She was really annoyed. That's okay, right? And it could be as simple as single tasking or taking a breath, doing the compound for 10 seconds, or just like looking around your room, not having to do something. When I was in the Warrior Goddess training workshop, she said to do things that didn't have a meaning towards doing it. Like it didn't give you any like there wasn't a reason to do it. For example, like I play video games and I play Sims, and there's no reason for me to do that. It's just because I want to, like, you know, sit there and I create my future home and it makes me feel good. There's no reason to do it, right? And it could be gardening just for the heck of it, or you could move a rock to her exercise, or her example was moving a rock to this side and then moving it back, right? There's no reason to do that at all, but it's a single task and it just reminds you that you're in charge. Does that make sense? So decluttering, I wanted to go through it because I have this checklist and I haven't seen anyone post it on the Facebook group. So I want to make sure that you girls watch this video and that you can start checking things off little by little. And this is just a bunch of stuff that I mentioned for things that you can declutter your mind, heart, and space with, like paying your bills on time or whatever, making sure that you're doing as many of these. And at the end of the 8 weeks, which, you know, whatever, wherever it is for you, whenever you do reach 8 weeks, I want to see how many check marks you have, because this is important for you. And I've noticed the people that had the most check marks have the most breakthroughs as well, which is very interesting to me. It's kind of like a combo. So wanted to mention that. Emila, you said that you had time. Do you have time now?
Yes. I finally made it to a private area.
Okay, cool. How's it going? We're on a recording. I don't know how much you want to say, but I would like to know if everything's okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, we got discharged out of one hospital. My dad was in a car accident, and my nephew, and so we got discharged out of one hospital that was horrific care. And so we came back through the emergency room last night and we got admitted back because of another one. So things are going well now that fortunately or unfortunately, I worked in the medical field for years and I know. And how I take away from this is it's so unfortunate for people that don't know to ask questions. Yeah. And so, my dad's neck brace came apart. And so he was having severe pain, like from a level 2 to a level 8 overnight. And it's just somebody just decided that, come pick him up, drop him off, don't let him be my problem. And it's just unfortunate that we have that out there. But we're at the Cleveland Clinic and things are going so much better. But I was a mess yesterday. I completely fell apart. And, I just have to keep on reviewing of, what kind of, thank you very much. What kind of thought patterns can I do? Like I can either fall apart and be a mess, or I can be in action and take control. And so that's how we ended up here, because I could have fallen, you can either go and mess, or you can try to create something a little different that's a little more positive. Yeah. So we're back admitted and, getting the care that we need. So, okay. And my nephew's surgery is on Monday. So I started doing these, and I'm definitely not up to decluttering. I'm not exactly sure where I left off. I think like number 2, section of 2. So that's as far as I have. And I don't exactly even know what this call is all about, because I didn't really know, anything about it. So I'm kind of joining in, but I did do the homework to try to kind of walk through some of it. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. So you said that you were in week 2, day 2, like unleashing your creativity?
I think so, yes.
Okay. So let me, did you do this one yet or no?
Yes. I don't have it with me, but yes, I think I have some of them kind of just in the back of my mind, just from knowing what I have.
Okay. That sounds good. It's interesting because you're in inspiration and creativity, but I would definitely say that you're having a breakdown right now. And it's not even about your idea breakdown. You're having a breakdown literally in life, and that's okay. You are supposed to be. It's not okay, but at the same time, it's part of life for whatever reason. Yeah. So,
well, what I noticed through all of these experiences that I've experienced the last 6 months is just that I have to control emotional instability. And so I have to really make myself aware and stop before I kind of go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm with you. What do you think, I'm going to talk just, what do you think is keeping you in that good mindset? Like and I love the quote that you said, by the way. You're like, I could either fall apart or I could take action and keep moving forward. Right? So what is keeping?
Well, I don't know, other than I just completely just, got to the bottom and just cried and, all of that. And then I didn't know how to help my dad because he was in so much pain. And so, like I said, I finally got kind of where you hit rock bottom and you can either get up or you can stay down. And, I had no choice but to get up. And so I just decided that, we can we either go to one place or the other. And so you have to make a choice, and it really is about a choice. You can, kind of blame people and you can do all that, or you can just kind of take it on and, see what you can get done. So
I appreciate you having no expectation. I appreciate you living in the moment. I appreciate you being a human going through this, and that you're still strong and powerful and beautiful as ever.
Thank you.
Showing up. I know a lot of people would probably not even care to show up to this call. Like, my life is a mess right now. I'll hold off on doing this completely. So I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for showing up and being here.
Yeah, and I also want to apologize for the accountability partner as well. So we will definitely catch back up. And I haven't forgot about you.
Okay, but I'll definitely message her about it. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, perfect. I think I started going over week 3, day 1. I'm over my limit, so I just want to go ahead. I want to go over this, but I'm over my limit in time. So do anybody else have one last question for me that you'd like to talk about or go over for Aligned Action Academy, or anything going on in your life you want to mention? I know, Pamela, we haven't had our like one-on-one call yet, so let me know about that. I set it up for you, I believe, next Tuesday or Wednesday. And if you can change it, you can. Okay? Okay. Don't worry about it.
The only question that I have is this a weekly call, or what is this?
This right now is it's a group coaching call. I call it the live Q&A call, because if you have any questions, I want you to show up. And if you don't have any questions, it's good to hear somebody else answer questions, whatever it is. A lot of people have breakthroughs just by listening. Jenny says, I'm good, thank you. Okay, perfect. Can you post those resale resources? Resale resources. Donna, what resale resources are you talking about? Oh, the let go and stuff like that. Okay, yes, I can do that. Yeah, message me on Facebook and I'll send it to the group. But it's like, I'll mention it again. It's let go. It's let go, offer up, thread up is good for clothes, and book scout or book rush is good for books. And let go and offer up is for everything. So Pamela, these calls are for any Q&As that anyone may have throughout. It was supposed to be, I'll tell you what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be me going through each week, and we were supposed to be like on week 6 now and going through that. But everybody is in so many different places that I kind of decided to go with the flow on these calls and figure out where each person is, help them with any questions they have, triple check that they got what they needed to get from that course or that week that they're in themselves. Does that make sense? So I kind of, I call it the confetti approach. I just like confetti it. Trying to stick to, I'm having no expectations on these calls. And so far, everyone's been loving it. I think everybody's still getting stuff out of it. And even if I think 1 or 2 people are like on week 5 or week 6, even when I do go back and explain something for somebody else, they get something that they didn't get before. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's fantastic. So that's what I've been doing. If anything, we are on week 6 right now. And week 6, for those that aren't there yet, is all about like alignment, and it's about the Aligned Action Academy. We've been focusing on the action and the idea method, and week 6 really goes into the alignment part. And I have bonuses here, and I'm even working on giving you more bonuses for alignment, because I just love alignment and cycling and like cyclical living, and I talk about that a lot during week 6. So week 6 I think is like the biggest chunky month, but I make it up because week 7 and week 8 are like very little. Like you could probably get week 7 and week 8 done in one day. So week 6 is more work, just a heads up for the ones that aren't there yet. Plan it out so you have like double the time that you normally would do a week, but it's there for you, and I think it's really useful, like very useful, like really good. And if you, I know someone, I don't want to mention who, but I know someone in the group wants to focus on like, losing body fat, gaining muscle and stuff like that. that's going to be, if you want to do anything with your body, week 6, day 2 in this bonus, how to have the body of your dreams with Yusuf Arzita. Yusuf is my honey bear. I love him dearly. And even though he is my honey bear, I have to mention that he has great information when it comes to like building your dreams and with your body. Is really good. Like I don't know how he does it. He has information that I don't know. And I was really happy to be a part of this. And I did a video with him, and I like the beginning. So we literally will go through it together, and he takes you through like different exercises to do that are very functional movement. Pamela, you'll probably love this because we go through literally functional movements and like very basic, so that most people can go through it. So I think it's fantastic. And then he does give you his own little worksheet with more information in case anybody wants to learn about health and wellness some more, they can do that. And then I also have an author bonus as well for week 6 with Alexandra Pope and Shawnee. So they wrote a book called Wild Power, and it was the first book that really got me into like menstrual cycle and made me feel feminine again. And I ended up having a whole new world as soon as I ended up taking care of like my hormonal issues and stuff. So that's there for you as well as extra bonuses. And I'm working on adding more bonuses little by little. Again, you have lifetime access to this. So any bonuses that like is added here, you'll have. Okay. So I think that's it. If you girls don't have any other questions, I'm good to go. And I'll add the resale resources, as Donna said. I think I'll add it into the decluttering one just so you girls can have it. I'll add it in the bottom or something for you as like a little text. And then I'll also put it in the Facebook group. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I think we're good. Jenny said she was good. Donna, I think you're good too. Pamela, we'll talk soon, if anything. And then just let me know whatever's going on with you when you will be open again. And we'll talk soon.
Thank you for your flexibility.
Yeah, of course. I'm always here for you girls. I love you girls. I should be moving soon. I'm moving houses soon, so I'll let you guys know how that goes too. And if these calls need to change or if you see boxes behind me, you'll understand why. Okay? All right. I love you.